Hi everybody, my name is Pt.1. I was studying on a new project and I had the epiphany that this is the perfect material or project, how to make an airplane. Because I always get constantly asked like how you make airplanes so good. Like I worked on a few flight simulators. I work for the Found and Explain YouTube channel. And today I want to do some personal work for myself. In this case, I drew myself a concept and I'm gonna follow it. But it's not about how to make this specific airplane. It's about showing all the techniques I know how to make an airplane looks okay. Granted, I'm not a professional. I'm just a hobbyist, I guess. But it might be handy. So my two shapes here, well I have three. So whatever the airplane is, I have this basic mirror object, this fuselage. I just poly model with some sub D. And I got this sharpened in the middle and the mirror. And then I have this wing I'm working on, which is just a simple plank. Oh, I pressed the wrong command. I was supposed to press Alt H, not Super H. Anyway, so let's continue on. I'm pretty sure you can recreate this probably by now. So let's continue. So I'm just looking at my concept. I'm sorry I don't have any for you to show. I drew it on a piece of paper. I'm not going to really spend too much time on editing, but I'm just trying to get the airfoil look right. So let's go to side plan and let's get some unnecessary vertex edge loops. So I like to keep it simple, and what we try to go for is like a NACA airfoils. Maybe more like symmetrical. Yeah, something like that. A chord, some sort of chord. So we just move these up, and it's starting to look like that airfoil shape. A bit of that camber. So what does camber means? Camber is a term that in aviation and civil engineering is used to describe the asymmetrical shape of an airfoil from the chord line. Yeah, it's very technical physics stuff. Don't ask me how I know this. I have a long history. I know a bit of airplanes. So next problem is, this is a bit tricky because I want to create a bit of a round shape. This is a bit too low poly for me. I'm not a fan of it. I think the easiest way is just to bevel this and just manipulate the leading edge. That looks something a bit rounder. Wings are pretty dead simple. They're just it's just this airfoil shape, and then you can just fill it around. Actually, just to keep it simple, I'm just gonna delete this, so we can just focus on the airfoil, and I'll show you what I'll do from here. So always from the trailing edge, it's never blocky. It's a bit sharp. It's like this trailing edge. For this airplane, there will be a bit of like a curve, like the wing will pull it down, I guess. I bring these up so we get an arc at the bottom. A bit of more geometry towards the trailing edge. Really, I think just subdividing would do. Yeah, that'll do. Now topology wise, this is a bit of a funny shape. Like, I'm so tempted just to select these two vertices, and you can press J just to, just factorize that vertice. I'll just keep it all quad flow, and I'm just going to pull that a bit sharper just to tighten it, and yeah, I can just like select. That'll do. Really, what really matters is you just communicate this like a round shape at the front and the pointy end, and that's all really matters. And then what we're going to do is we're going to open everything, and then I'm just going to extrude on the x-axis. Like that. And yes, we got like some of these weird what they called oblique wings, I believe, this platform. What you can do is take the profile. Well, first of all, we don't need this job. We don't need these faces inside here. So I'm just going to delete them. And when there's a boundary like that, it just doesn't. The subsurf modifier in Blender doesn't know how to smooth that out. But for here, I'm just going to select all the edges, the perimeter, I guess, and press Shift E and just crease it. Yeah. Well, we got some rendering artifacts. This could be caused by a maybe Alt-N. Nope. Alt-N, recalculate outside. Control R. Gonna add an edge loop just to tighten it up by distance. What's happening here? It's just like this really awkward chord, I think, in my opinion. Yeah, let's just press J. Just release the stress. Which I did. I don't have any edge loopers. I know you probably have some just to tighten it. But now we have like a simple prism, and this is perfect to manipulate it. So select all the faces here. And then I'm going to press 7. And then I can just scale it. So I don't just constrain it because I also want, usually on airplanes, they don't have like a, what's it called? I forgot the name. The thickness of the airfoil actually shrinks as long, so I do want to get that detail. That's what I'm trying to say here. So I want just a simple trapezium wing, because trapezium wings are kind of sleek in my opinion, like the Messerschmitt Bf109. And I want this airplane to look squirrely and fast, and having a lot of dihedral. So dihedral means, in Latin, it means two-face. Di means two, hedral means face. And we get this. And I'll maybe just rotate it in this view so it looks like that's perpendicular to the wings, I guess. Just something. Doesn't have to be perfect, just communicates the idea. Like that, yeah. Cool. I might make it a low wing, because low wings are kind of attractive in my opinion. Okay, now let's go block out the tail. And I'm just gonna hide the view. And I'm gonna put an edge thing, because this is one of my favorite ways of selecting. You just press Shift S and cursor to selection, and I'll do the trick. I'm going to add a cube. We'll scale it down to roughly this, what's it called? The thickness of the tail. Some people call it horizontal stabilizer, but I like to call it tail. Think of it as this is going to be the spar, and I'm going to pick, in my concept, I'm picking between the V-tail or a traditional tail. I think a V-tail would be quite interesting. Anyway, let's just make this as a normal tail first. So around that height, sounds pretty good. Yep. I'm going to cut in half because I don't like doing too much work. Oh, and delete vertice. And then I'm just going to mirror it. And I'm just going to manipulate it. I think a simple plank look pretty interesting. So I'm just going to, oh, I forgot to turn on clipping. Oh bother, means we have to go in here and delete the inside hedrils or faces. Ooh, look at me, I want to sound fancy. Faces, delete your face. I just tucked them in. So there's a few ways you can make it taper. You can go this, which is the pretty obvious way. This is, you know, you get a really nice razor sharp tail, but I like to prefer this because when you want to add to the edge loop, is you get this really gross weird faces. I prefer this way, and just a little bit. Yes, I did mention that airplanes do have a trailing edge, but in real life, like a kit fox tail, you can see this, like it's like this flat face, like a bevel, like a I don't want tail wheel, I just want, maybe you have to plug in rudder, yeah, and I don't want frame, but you get what I mean. It's not like razor sharp paper thin. That'd be kind of cool, putting like razor blades at your trailing edge to get a true microscopic trailing edge. Anyway, I might just bevel. Oh yeah, it doesn't really like that. So I'm just going to press K and shift control, I think. Control shift. Is that the, I forgot. I'm gonna hide it. Alt H, the shift H, K, control. When you hold control while using the knife tool, it snaps in the middle. And I know there's an end gone, but that's pretty easy to fix, and just make it round enough. And just gonna press J there. And I think that looks fine. So you got this face loop going on this way, which I like. That's fine. Once I put enable smooth shading, it looks good enough. Let's just do auto smooth. Yeah. I think that'll do. Well, since the origin's down there, if you don't know how to do it, you know, use selected shift S cursor selection somewhere in the middle, and just set origin to 3D cursor, and having the mean. Oh, I call this global, whatever, you know what I mean. I'll just rotate it on the y-axis to a quite attractive angle. I'm gonna mirror it again. Mirror, something like that. And I'm just going to move it out. I'm not quite a fan of this tail. I'm just going to duplicate this and go and delete that modifier and press N and Alt R to reset the scale. Oh, maybe someone would do a tri-tail like that. That'd be pretty creative. I don't like the proportions. Like, I want it skinnier on the y-axis and longer. And I'm just going to move it up. Maybe not that skinny. Yeah. And this to me looks pretty weak, so I'm just going to bring it further out, bring it down. Suggests it looks like I have more beefy connection. And yeah, this looks like a glider, like a civilian airplane where it have like this fin thing that like you see how it's like civilian gliders are. German glider plane. No, I don't want Nazi Germany. I just want modern Germany. Because in Europe they really make some beautiful. You know what I mean? Like it just looks very skinny. I don't want to communicate that, so I'm just going to beefing it up. And just going to taper it like a bit like a bulbous. Yeah, stuff like that. Alright, cool. So blockout's done. It's time to organize it. I don't really care about naming. It doesn't really matter for me because I know what these are being called. I'm gonna put this into a new collection. I already came up with a name. This is called the NK15. And this is, press M and then you can put, I'm going to call it spares. And ref. So Caroline here is a character I sculpted, but she's really handy. Just to remind you how big this thing is. Okay, so we got the silhouette. It looks fine, I guess. I guess another major thing that contribute a lot to silhouette is the cockpit or the canopy. So I just want something in the middle, and let's just block out a quick canopy out of cubes. And I'm gonna bring it to the front, like have the canopy all the way, like nowhere near the thing. This like suggests like it's a very fast airplane. Like you know, it got small aspect ratio, bring it back even more. It really like communicates like this is fast airplane. Oh no, I just build a lot of RC airplanes and you kind of look at things and you kind of tell. Like for example, if I bring the wings all the way front, this looks like a very slow and very like a very slow airplane in my opinion, maybe quite efficient. This is like speaking speed, like with a long nose and like nose heavy. Like when you hold from the wings, you can really feel like from the center of gravity, you can feel like it pitching more down and like it's want to get out of your hands. Yeah, we can explore that later if people like watching the videos. I'm gonna extrude it S on the long shapy nose like that, and E G S and pitch it forwards. Okay, maybe that's a bit too aggressive. Maybe we just bring this back up forwards. Yeah. I'm going to press Control 2. I'm going to edit mode, Control R, and just grab it down just to sharpen the bottom. Go and take the top faces and scale on the x-axis. Now, I'm not particularly a fan of this because it looks like a pistol airplane again. Okay, let's just grab the entire aircraft. This cube is the canopy, I guess. And I'm going to select everything, grab it up. So pretend there's some landing gears, and yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, gonna bring that bit down. Gonna rotate it on the x-axis to have like a little bit of okay, so this angle of incidence and what's the opposite of incidence? Diffraction, I think that's the name. Yeah, let's go suggest that. Have a bit of some angle of incidence. Because from like thing you get to see like a thicker chord, but it's not really. I guess it just gives the airplane look a lot bigger. Okay. This nose is really boring. This is like the 1950s, 1950 airplanes, 1950 jets. Like, I'm thinking like this is like the Lockheed Shooting Star. I can't remember the name. F80, F81. I don't know. Shooting Star. Plane. Yeah, kind of like that. And in my opinion, this plane is quite ugly. It's like, yeah, you can say what you want, but to me, it's pretty visually boring. It's quite ugly. So I want to deviate from that. So I'm going to flatten the nose. So I'm going to right click Loop Tools, make sure that's an add-on. I'm just going to press flatten. I didn't mean that. S said I want to keep that height there, so I'm going to add a loop cut. S said 0. I rotate it and flatten it. And then I like my noses, something like that. I like to make it roundish at the front. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's bothering me. I should really kill this edge loop, dissolve edge. Face, oh, not face. Oh, not dissolve face. Smooth. I like that, but I don't like this ramp up there. So it's usually this edge. Going to add a loop cut, bring it all the way up there, then I'm going to just grab it. And yeah, that looks kind of cool. I really hate the bubble canopy look. I want a bit more like boxy or squarey. Like, what's the example? BF109. Oh, the 8's actually a pretty cool airplane. It's like a civilian plane. If people didn't really know that. It's kind of like a boxy. I'm trying to think of other examples. B52. Yeah, kind of that angular look. It's just something just to contrast from like this airplane where it's like so round and bubbly. I really don't want my airplane to look like a jelly bean. I just want to look like a, because curves are quite expensive to do. Like on the fuselage is fine and the ribs is fine, but usually you have to make jigs and molds, and just angular just really sells that cheaper feel. So maybe this I don't really necessarily need then. I'm going to do another technique. I'm going to select, first of all, let's just cut in half because I hate doing twice the amount of work. I'm going to select all this, press the vertices, and I'm going to mirror on the wall. Who's the baddest of them all? And I'm going to press N. I call this the N panel, I forgot the name of it. And I'm going to increase the mean weight to 1. Add a bevel modifier all the way down. Set our limit method to weight. And oh, did I select the one? Oh, that's alright. There we go. Let's go turn it off so we can see what's happening. And I'm just gonna bevel modifier. Come on. And just gonna increase the geometry data. Using my character. That is looks to be about the right height. I think it's actually a bit cramped, so let's go bring it up forwards. Because I just imagine Caroline's like sitting there, she's a bit cramped. Now that's a bit better. Like a long snout like that. That's pretty cool, I think. I'm gonna just bring this up. G up. Something like that. This. Okay, well this, let's just integrate this a bit better. I think add a loop cut here just to support it. Then want something in the extreme. Ooh, someone's car line went off. A bit around and around here. Alright. This needs the bevel weight to 1. And just for topology's sake, let's also get that up to 1 too. Now we're getting some horrible artifacts. I do see that. I'm gonna press Alt outside. Was it smooth? Oh, there we go. Problem solved. Yeah, this was new geometry, and they didn't add the until that face is smooth. Yeah. I think, in my opinion, this window might be a bit smaller. A bit. Now I got this really gross curve. It doesn't really make sense. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to bring this up. I'll fix that later. I'll show you how I fix that. My problem with this jet is, well, as a reference, so it's about a meter, no, not that. Yeah, that's why. So it's 9 meters, no, 90 centimeters or 900 millimeters thick. To be honest, that's pretty narrow. Like, that's like a civilian style. That's like a glider again. So that's where you got that really slick thing. I'm not a fan of it, to be honest. So let's go beefing it up. I want this airplane to look fat. This looks... Figure out a way how to do that. Well, first I'm just going to grab all the face here. And this is why I use that sort of modifier. Okay, maybe without blindly do it. I want this to get wider and you to get a bit small. Oh no. I want this area to look a bit more cylindrical than like a rectangular box. So we just grab these. No, we grab the bottom. Let's just get the plane, the V-tail, I guess. And then we just extend the bottom. And to be honest, I think car line would be a bit cramped, so let's just bring it out. And let's just go flatten everything. As said, 0. I want the top to be flat. Now everything starts to come how I want it actually. Now this looks a bit slower, so I'm going to bring them back just to bring the wings back, just to communicate like it's a fast aircraft. Okay. Let's go try some matte caps. Where's like a black one? This is like some extreme for now. Let's go pick a flat one. Okay, cool. This would be handy just to look at silhouette. So it looks really round, but come here, it's pretty boxy, which I'm not a fan. That looks, yeah, like you get this really awkward shape. Like this weird angles. I'm getting that look. It looks like I forgot that plane. There was this like British Navy airplane. British Navy 50s. Oh yeah, Navy plane. Maybe we can look at some reference. Doesn't help. Does not. It's okay to ask for some help. We got some lightnings. Yeah, something like that. Now I think I'm just like arguing like something between that and that. Don't want that. Don't want a dolphin. Or hawk, sorry. I don't really know. Glossier media. This is cool. This is actually really cool. Yeah. Here's the shooting star, I believe. Look at the wiki. Javelin. Hunter, Hawk, Hurricane. No, Hawk, sorry. Hunters. Oh, Sea Fury. No, that's a plane. That was a... I think that's what I ultimately want. So let's get out from flat. gross, lame, ugly. Control 2. I just set it to 1 just to increase it a bit, but not too much. Maybe I'll try bringing up the turtle deck. I don't know what you guys call it. I call it turtle deck. I like that view. Like, yeah, I think I got the silhouette. I might make it wider here. Okay. I'll fix that later. Alright, so let's go put a loop cut here, and the jet engines I'm thinking of is, oh, the subsurf modifier doesn't allow me to do that. Okay. I'm gonna turn it off so I can see what I'm doing. So about here. Yeah. So I really like, so during the 50s they have like root mounted jet engines, not like this. What's some example? The vampire, is that a spell? Vampire jet plane. They have vampire. Now this is a cool airplane. I like the what's that called? Duct. The leading edge root mounted jet intakes. That's kind of cool. Cockpit. So let's do our own spin. So first we need to get some sort of suggestion as an engine here. Let me just extrude, not including the leading edge, not including that, and extrude. And I'm just going to get this, I'm just going to make it a triangle shape. Oh, really, it's just a quadrilateral, but a glorified one. Yeah. Going to select everything here, insert it, press B for boundary. I'm going to delete it. Maybe it was a, maybe it wasn't a, maybe that's a bad idea. Right up there. I think, yeah. Oh. on the z-axis, sz0, just flatten the bottom. Cool. Don't want these, they're going to cause all sorts of problems. And grab it up there. And I'm going to grab down the bottom. A bit. I'm just going to communicate that shape. Cool. I'm going to sharpen it up. I select everything, I, B, and E, and I'm going to create 2 lip cuts in there, and that would do. I like the way to integrate this into the fuselage. That'd be pretty cool, actually. Let's go see that silhouette. I like what I'm going here, but I think it's too thick. It's like too dummy thick. And I don't like that. I want something a bit more sleeker. So I'm going to select these faces, going to select the edge loop and SZ. Oh, that's pretty cool. Maybe someone can like commit that idea, but I'm thinking of something else in my head. Yeah. Yeah, like that. Now, you guys can fork it, you guys can put the exhaust here, but I think I have like 2 twin little engines. They're not that little. Like, where's Carline? They're pretty large, like the size of Carline. Well, back then, jet engines were pretty tiny, like the 707 plane. They have like little cute little tubes, toilet rolls basically. And now we compare them today. Now they're huge. Well, they're more like turboprops, turbo bypass. Look at that, massive. So, yeah, I give some tiny little engines. Now, here's the thing. Avoid having like stuff like this, like intersection like this. I'm not really a fan of it. Like, I know some models do it, but ew. I don't know. It's just an artistic choice. I just want to grab it. Oh. Bugger. Unbelievable software. Just going to grab it. Let's scale it on the Z-axis and... Oh. Carline, move out the way. There. This can be a face. For some reason it made a funky little face that I don't want. How would I gonna create this face? Easy. I'm gonna just select this, this, and this. F again. I'm just going to get my knife tool. Gonna just get there, press K and I'm going to flatten it. Flatten. Yeah. And now look at that. We got some really cool that duck. I don't think it'll be that sharp. Oh. So I'm not going to scale it. I'm just going to grab it on the z-axis and just move it up. Okay. I would like to see a bit of an integration. Like if you look here on these airliners, you can see there's like this wing boxes, so it's like that nice integration. And when I see that, it kind of communicates like yeah, it's really built in there. Like this looks pretty slop. Like right now, it doesn't look that integrated. It's just like slapped on. So what I'm going to do, well, first I'm going to fix the nose. I want the nose to be a bit sharper. So I'm going to get all this and shift in, just crease it a bit. And gonna shift in, crease it more. Yeah. Look at that. That looks sort of cool. Alright, this is why I have like a spare folder. So it's really handy. So I just go in there and edited it. And in this case, I just want a bit fatter. Just move it up. Oh no, I think I might just go with a standard tail. But maybe with some dihedral like that. Or maybe what's really missing was like a thicker chord line. SY, SX. Something similar to the wingtips. Oh no, we look at reference. I just want to focus on these jets. And I could tweak. Okay, so general rule, you don't want like any polygon to. Like, we got this really huge polygons, we got the small ones. I don't like it, no. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get my Kniffy tool and cut it like that. I'm going to select it, should be that, free flowing. And do something similar, don't really care, it's 100% perfect. Because this is not like a, we're just looking at visuals. I know people really like hard surface to be perfect. Really, you just get it about right. And press J. Nope, J not K. And then just slide these up. And now we've got some more attractive polys. And you gotta admit that does look a lot better. Now we need to do that for the same. Hopefully I could just press J from here, because I really don't feel like it. And yeah, that'll about do. For some reason, the top is skinnier than the bottom, so let's go give them a piece of my mind. Cool. Now, this is quite handy. So now we have a face loop that goes along it, and I could just press Alt E, extrude along normals, bloop bloop bloop, voila, perfect. What do you guys think? I'm gonna just delete all these and I'm just gonna scale along Y. No need on X, just Y. Yeah. And with that. And you can start what I'm going for. The top looks good, the leading edge needs some work, and the tail looks shite. That's why it looks so shite. I forgot to flatten it. Let's go flatten that. S on X. I don't want flatten on this local thing. And yeah, we got some really funky shapes. So G Shift X, just move that something resemble an airfoil. I need to do some investigation. There's a triangle. Well, there's a triangle there too. I was thinking I want like a cylindrical shape here, so I really need to touch it up later. And let's just flatten it because that's weird geometry in my opinion. Cool. I'm just going to grab the furthest vertice, press O and grab. Bit of bigger influences and tuck it in. Tuck it in. Tuck it in. Alright, here's another trick. Try to have like some sort of consistent shape, like, okay, that's whatever, we just gotta still refine them, like we have this really lame flat face. I'm not really a fan of it, so I'm just going to push that in, not just with X, nothing that fancy. And with my experience with looking at a lot of airplane porn, I noticed that you got like this boxy square shape when like the wing meets the fuselage on most aircraft usually, and we start to have it happening here, but it's more like a taper towards the end. I'm pretty sure you guys can tell me example, but let's have like a consistent like a primitive boxy shape. So I'm going to grab it, grab. I'm just going to get something like there. SZ0, SZX, like a handle. Gonna remerge the airplane. Gonna rotate on the x-axis. Now we're talking. The leading edge here needs to come forwards. And G on the X. Let's just lie. Boom. Got to tighten it because I don't like, yeah. Okay. Going to focus on the shapes up here. Like I don't like that dude hard. Tuck these in. tuck these in. GY. I'm just gonna grab it. All of it. SY0. Life, greatest mysteries. It's probably like that weird shape I don't want. Maybe I just have to tuck these in that way. Yeah. Okay, we're getting closer, but we've got that ugly V. You know what? Make this into a closed mesh. So select the boundary loop, Control F, bridge, because it's such a complex shape. It's much better if we have it on object, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm just going to Control F. I'm going to grid fill it, and just play with these settings until you get something quite attractive. Like it's getting a bit more attractive. It has pretty good topology now, like how these loops. No, they don't work. Grid fill. Maybe mainly going spanning that way. Well, that's a spiral. That's a disaster. Just because it's a quad flow doesn't mean it's very good. I think we have some triangle. So this obviously is correct. And what I'm going to do is just go and select this face and just press F. For some reason not working. Maybe I have to go do that. Press F. Ah, that's why, because I select the wrong edge. And I don't mind triangle there. And oh, yucko. Let's just flatten it. I don't mind destroying the shapes I so hard try to get. Now that's pretty good. Let's go save this. File, save. So if I don't like this, I can just roll back. And now we get some better shapes, to be honest. But I want it more integrated. So I'm gonna make sure your bool tool is enabled. So press Control plus. And now it's a boolean. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Before I commit, I just hide everything. And I really like this. Honestly, I think this looks really cool. This is pretty rough. What I'm going to do, because that's really annoying to clean up, because there's be like these annoying inside faces. So I'm just going to tuck them in for now. I know Tony wanted. I'm going to select this geometry and just going to make it a bit wider. Tuck it in. Yeah, that's more manageable. Cool. I really like the concept I drew. Like, this is such a it's happening when I imagine. Oh, I'm gonna take a bit of scratch here. I don't know how long I've been doing it. But I think we're gonna just clean up topology. I'm gonna upload this one video, and then we just continue on. Hey, it's a free course. Just let's so take it. Alright. So before committing, let's get rid of these. and this too, because that's just really annoying to clean up. I don't want to clean up that sort of mesh. Really, it's just a mirrored shape. Yep, I'm ready. So let's just press Ctrl A. Let's delete this. And let's go see what we have here. Now my first goal is to see what we have here. Now the Boolean operation is successful. So we got our wing. I'm trying to see what's happening here. Okay, so we got this. We can repair this flow. That's quite easy to do. And we got 2 major n-gons, which is actually pretty successful. Let's just mirror it again. Change the origin to here. So let's just click the origin, set origin to 3D cursor, and let's fix. I would do is to get rid of this disaster, because these details are gone. And I think all these vertices can M at last, something like that. These can get factorized into there. Yeah, all these can get factorized. M at last. M at last. This is a bit tricky. I need to think. That can go there. This can go there. That can go there. That can go there. These can go there, 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 and there. And M by, nope, by distance, not last. Cool. Now we just go flat. You can see it start to make sense. Actually, that's what looks kind of cool. Ah, that's right. These are now all broken, so let's just quickly fix it up. Now that looks sort of cool. No, okay, that's pretty shite. And since we're going to have like a subsurf modifier, so press Ctrl 2. Yeah, it's freaking out. Oh shoot. Is this inside geometry? That'd be disaster. No, I just think it's Blender, just algorithms, just doesn't really know how to express its feelings. But don't worry, with some topology, we can fix our patient. And yeah, it's alright, fixing itself. So I'm gonna take the top one. Oh, that I don't like. Let's go fix up these ducks. Oh no, today we're playing Mesh Doctor. It looks like our victim is in so much pain. And each stitch we do here with the knife tool really relaxes our patient. Now this is pretty distracting. What's happening? So let's just get that out of the way. Big decision here. Well, my thing obviously, we just move that there. And we just press K, draw here, and K, and draw there. I know, they all look pretty wonky when I look at these views, but we can always just slide them around. How about here? Bloop. And bloop. This is really a problem, but like we have these weird triangles. I need to really address them later. But that's like adding detail, and I think I'll save that for next part when I feel like working on this plane. And you guys can follow along. Now this is okay. Yeah, it's improving. I don't know why we got like some weird quad flow like that. Ah, that's why. This just need to move them. That's much better. Got more weird quad flow. Shoot. Because what we have to do is we need an edge loop there. Yeah, I'm willing to spend that because I want to show you why I want to do that, because I want to get some really beautiful detail. Press J. Yeah. Here's a thinking. Let's just make that a top loop. Okay. I'm in J. And now we have like a double vertex issue here. They're not quite on top of each other, so my alt M didn't work, but they're basically there. You can see it there, which is naughty, bad mesh. Who said you can do that? You're a very naughty mesh. And there's more of these pesky vertices I need to fix up. Well, that doesn't have it, that does. That doesn't have it. This needs to relieve its stress. Some people find topology really relaxing. I like topology. It's just, oh my god. I like topology, but I hate UV wrapping because I don't know, because you can see like work happening. Now this is really funky. I don't know why I'm getting that. It looks like there's a face in here. We can... Oh, that's why. Naughty. And that's a bit more integrated into my airplane. Now we do got some weird bumps there. I think that can be easily fixed by just smoothing it. Oh, I know why. Because this here is acting like a support loop, like it's creasing up here. And you notice up there is really sharp. But I need to figure a way to like just do like say calm down mesh, bad mesh. Actually, it's not really contributing. You're kind of useless. So I'm just going to dissolve, except for that, dissolve edge. No. Dissolve edge. And yeah. And what I can do is this. J, and just gonna put a loop cut there. Yeah, and I'm actually really happy because what I can do is just get these vertices and push it in the X. And okay, I need to do a bit more refining. I'm not gonna do that now. This is bothering me. I hate it. I hate everything about it. I don't like it. Why is it pinching? I don't like it. Ugh, verdammt. I think what's happening is I need one. I need something that goes along here. I have two, and there's two. Oops. No, bad. Naughty. Make sure all these planes. I tuck this one up. I tuck this one down. And that's why there's an n-gon and it doesn't know how to express its feelings. Well, I don't like how it's expressing feelings. It's just a face mesh. I'll just make some temporary. Triangles are much better than n-gons. That looks pretty nasty in my opinion. So K, factorize, enter. This is, so that comes around. I actually don't need this one, which is pretty good. I just move these up like that, and I just drag these down, and I just like that, and press M, B, blah blah blah, and that looks much better. And yes, it does look much better. Now we do got this stupid dimple. I really don't know what's happening here. Okay, let's go count the edge flow. I think the reason what's happening is dimple is this n-gon. This is a pole here, and it's quite awkward for it. Yes, I know. So I'm just going to add a loop cut like this. And this might help express that detail. Oh shoot. I'll do that for temporarily. And then M at center. And yeah, that's much better. Actually, it looks so much better. It looks so much more integrated. Cool. Now, for some reason, I cannot. There we go. Smooth shade. And yeah, it looks very boxy. I'm not a fan of it. The reason why I said boxy is because of all these. It's quite legit a box, and also we start actually getting all these details in. Anyway, we're pretty much done block out, and we've done some topology repair. I think next episode, which I might upload maybe later tonight because I need to break it up. It's part of the workflow. Anyway, block out's done. I hope you have a lovely day. Take care, everyone.